Afid Lycan, and hello, it's Vo. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do some gaming content. Obviously I tried that back when we were all in lockdown. I did my City Skylines playthrough, when we had all the time in the world to sit and make content. That was my attempt at being like a proper YouTuber who would upload daily or every couple of days. Trying to do the job properly when I wasn't doing a proper job. So, as I was playing City Skylines, I always thought it would be great to zoom right into the people and follow them on their lives and see their individual characters and get more involved rather than just being on the city scale, to sort of zoom into a smaller scale. And I realised the game that I should try next would be The Sims. So I started playing this when I was still editing the City Skylines videos back in the day, because I find editing pretty boring. So I like to take breaks by playing other games while I'm editing the game that I'm doing the playthrough on. So as I was playing the City Skylines and making those videos, I was playing this and recording this. This was my second attempt. Like the first time I didn't record it, I just sort of got a handle on the game, discovered the basics, and so this was going to be the proper playthrough. I was going to carry on in the same way as I'd done the City Skylines, but I sat on it for too long. There's been so much DLC now that I'm just going to summarise what happened in this playthrough. A couple of long videos rather than lots of short little ones. Started off like all good newbies do. Got myself and Colin and Floofy Oofy. We've got the family, the household recreated. So we're gonna start the game, get into the simulation itself. I've got a few of the DLCs at this point. When I first started, I just played the base game for my first attempt, and then I got some of the DLCs, got some of the extra content. Obviously, this was a couple of years ago, so there's been loads more since then. Now, I didn't know about the challenges that people do. I wasn't looking at many other videos of other people playing The Sims, so I didn't know about the rags to riches or these other challenges that you could do. I think this was just a basic idea of spend the starting money on the best sort of house you can. The house designing is probably one of the more fun parts. The create a Sim's obviously fun when you're trying to make your Sims look like real people or yourself. And the house design is also pretty fun. Depends on your DLCs, what access, different items you've got for using in the house. I wanted to recreate a pretty basic house because, you know, the household that I live in is pretty basic. I live in a pretty small flat. And Colin sleeps on a sofa and doesn't even have a bed. So I wanted to try and recreate that. We've got the house, we've obviously got the essential parts. We've got a kitchen, we've got a bathroom, we've got a hallway. And upstairs we're going to have 2 bedrooms, but just a bed for me. Colin doesn't deserve one, he's just getting a sofa. Obviously Floofy Oofy is going to get all the best of things. I'm going to set up all this. This is obviously Pets DLC. Once you've got access to different kinds of pets and all the accessories that go with it. I'm just going to pop in a bed for myself. The idea is that I'm going to have, you know, we're going to be living our best lives. I know that Colin would rather just stay in the house all day and not actually have to go out to work. So we're going to make him a painter, and he's just going to, you know, take care of the house and paint wonderful paintings and make loads of money that way. And then my Sim, I'm going to get him a job, and he's going to write some novels. That's going to be the plan. So we're going to get a computer for my Sim, and we'll get an easel for Colin. And that's it, we're going to get cracking. I'm going to write my first book, and Colin's going to get on his first painting. Got the welcome wagon turning up, but yeah, we don't care about that. That's not something I usually do, you know, welcome everyone in and speak to everyone. It's pretty standard for me to just make them all wait outside and not interact with them. So we're getting our skills up. Obviously, as you get more skilled in a certain thing, you produce better works. And when you're publishing these works, whether you're selling paintings or you're writing books and publishing them that way, you gain fame points. So you become famous, you get perks, people treat you slightly better, people send you fantastic things through the mail, like spoiled food and little drinks that can improve your mood. So we've got the basic setup. We're getting on with it. Producing these fantastic things and getting our skills up. Obviously we want to have fun. Play with the cat. So this was recorded 2 years ago. Sadly the cat's no longer with us. So I was far too sad to be doing voiceovers for happy gaming videos. And I didn't want to be seeing the cat in the videos because I thought it was going to make me upset. And then I lost all my data, lost all the stems to all my music and all my old photographs and everything that were stored away on a supposedly safe external hard drive. So I wish I had spent more time with the cat rather than recording the playthrough. I wish I had saved the stuff that was actually important and put the playthrough onto the back burner, knowing that I wasn't actually on the verge of getting it done. This is one of my favourite features, painting from reference, so you can take a picture of something, and then when the painting comes out it's like a perfect replica of that photo that you took. I just find that pretty sweet. I'm going to finish off this painting and get it put up in a cool place that sort of matches the perspective. That's one of my favourite things. So we'll keep those ones, and any masterpieces that they create, I like to decorate the house with that rather than selling them on. Even my sim likes a bit of painting. Maybe I have to get a second easel when we start making some more money. Again, I had no real plan of doing a rags to riches, but in my mind I was setting a goal of becoming a millionaire once we've completed our life goals creatively, and we make up to, you know, a million simoleons. It feels like sort of completion. That was the only target. Really, obviously, lockdown was pretty depressing, so it was just an escape to go and live a different life, even if it was virtually. Be a bit more productive in the game than we were being IRL, you know. So I'm going to move the sofa down here. I'm getting some money. I think we will give Colin a bed at some point, but you know, for now, he's a sofa dweller. I'm giving the kleptomaniac trait. So we're going to send him across the road to try and steal stuff. And it's really lucky that we just picked the house by chance that happens to be across the road from Liberty Lee and Summer Holiday. In the first playthrough, like when I just played through to get a feel of the game, my character married an alien woman who I met in a bar on Alien Night and never found her again in any of the other playthroughs I did. And Colin, when he played his first playthrough, got with Summer Holiday. But he took so long to romance her that by the time they got to the love-making element, when they got out of bed afterwards, she had aged up into being an elder. So that was how good that action was, it aged her up. So he was sad about that he was now young and now he was going out with an old lady, and they weren't going to be able to procreate. So that was the side mission that Colin gave me to make sure that his sim successfully managed to get with Summer Holiday. So it's just very lucky that we happened to pick the house that's right across the road from them. I wasn't sure exactly where they lived. So we're going to try and chum up Liberty as well, so she can put in a good word for us. Do all the things that we need to do. We've got these fun events where you get invited out to festivals and things, and you get a sort of mini mission, a little goal to do. So This is a flea market, and we've bought an item, which is our little mission. Lovely lamp for our house. Get some more masterpieces we put up on the walls. Hopefully that'll make the place feel better decorated. That makes them happy as well. So we're going to set out some of the items that we've got in the household inventory. So I got the lamp that we've stolen from the BFFs, and the one that we've got from the flea market. I've got enough money, I reckon I can buy myself my first guitar. Definitely an essential item for my sim. I think once we've maxed out our main skills of writing and painting, then we can move on to, being fantastic musicians. That makes sense. So yeah, we're gonna get on with the wooing summer holiday. Just keep doing social interactions, become good friends, and start making moves. At the same time, we'll get ourselves a matching lamp. So once you've got one, you obviously want the matching set. Yeah, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. Voseph's going to have to try and get promoted. Go on that career path, start making big money. We're doing pretty well at getting the aspiration milestones. Sir Sasquatch is going to come in and review some fantastic paintings. That's going to make him a better artist. Summer's calling us for dates. It's fantastic. Things are going really well. Relationship's going to be blossoming in no time. It's pretty unlikely that my sim's going to meet the same person, because it was a random alien person. Might have to pick someone else. Keep looking at all the aliens just in case I find her. But probably not. Wasn't one of the sort of main characters. So we're going to get our second easel in. That's going to allow us to do 2 paintings at once, essentially. If we've got one resting. If Vo comes in and decides he's going to paint his own painting, and then hogs the easel by leaving it half done. We don't want to scrap it, and then we can go to the other one. So now he's going to get in his way, becoming the painter extraordinaire. So yeah, anytime you can redesign the house, pimp it up a little bit, get some nice new flooring in. We've decided we're going to go into being a critic and try and tell other people, like an influencer sort of thing, and tell people what's hot and what's not in the art world, because we live with an esteemed artist. That obviously gives us a qualified opinion. So yeah, little redesigns. Can't seem to dispose of our rubbish because we've got an inside bin as our outside bin. Let's swap that for a proper wheelie bin. There we go, now we can dispose of our rubbish properly. So there's still things to learn, still mechanics I'm still getting the hang of. It has got its quirks, but it generally works pretty well. We happen to have a fishing spot right at the back of the house, so that's handy for a bit of recreation. And he's getting bored of sitting in and doing paintings. And then Floofy can go out the back, catch some fish, and roast them over an open fire. That's going to be the idea. So we're going to get like a little picnic area out here. Find a way to cook off the fish if we can. I'm going to go with this little fire pit. Quite rustic. So yeah, we can catch some fish and then cook them out the back. Have a little roasting session. Fantastic. It's a nice way to spend an evening. So yeah, every time you get aspiration milestones, you get these aspiration points that you can spend on things for your character to make things a little bit easier in one way or another. So we're going to choose one that helps with our creative abilities, helps us produce better works. We're more likely to produce these masterpieces we can decorate the house with. It's time to get a TV. I think he's earned it. Maybe get him a game console at some point. We'll start with the big TV. Yeah, we're getting up there with our levels of painting. That's us, we got up to level 10. So we just need to complete 5 masterpieces and that's us finished the entire, lifetime's aspiration milestone. Even let him use the bed. Just that once, eh? Poor guy. I don't know how he manages it in real life, sleeping on a sofa for years and years. It's a sofa bed, but he just refuses to pull it out, so... Alright, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. We're going to upgrade Vo's computer. I don't think it makes much of a difference to the quality of the work you're doing on it, but aesthetically it's much nicer. I think it's more reliable, so it'll less likely to break. So there's something to be said for that. So yeah, things are going well. It's now Harvest Fest. These holidays are one of the funniest things about the game. Harvest Fest, magical gnomes appear, and you've got to try and appease the gnomes. And if they don't like you, you'll get this little fire above their head, and things around them will start breaking. And if they get a little halo above their head, then they'll drop little seed packets. So then you can plant the seeds out in the garden, grow plants, flowers and stuff. We're going to get the holiday decoration box, and that way we can put up some decorations. And we can just take them all down at once or put them all up at once via the holiday box. Just enough decorations to put on the house that are holiday related. Get a Christmas tree for later, because it won't be long till it's Christmas time. Just various things that we can put up that count as decorative items. And that's us, we just need to make a grand meal, and then we'll have completed all the 4 elements of the Harvest Fest, and again that'll give us the points that we can spend in the reward store here. So completing these little things on the holidays or when you go to the little festivals and things, it all adds up. And you can do amazing things. That reward store, you can sort of get rid of the needs entirely, whether it's your hunger or your hygiene or your tiredness, that sort of thing. I don't like to do that, because then what's the point if the needs don't decay at all? I think it makes the game pretty sterile. There we go, so we've completed the aspiration. We'll have to pick something else now. Could pick musical genius, but I think it's more fun if we lean into the klepto element and just start pranking people. And maybe go into being a comedian or something. And Voseph is doing his thing. It's coming up for our birthdays. He's completed his milestone. So we managed to do, our first aspirations all the way through for the young adult stage. And just a couple of days, we're going to age up. With all this going out to work, poor Voseph is falling behind and getting his aspiration goals done. I'll have to get some more novels written. We are making a decent passive income and royalties from the works we have already published. We'll have to get a few more if we're wanting to get onto our second lifetime goal. I think it's time to do a little decoration. These bare walls are probably not making them happy. So we're going to add a splash of colour. And then we're going to do the outside walls as well, get some masonry. Make it look like a proper house. This is what it's all about. Getting the money so we can make home improvements. Make the place look great. Get more activities and more skill items. And hopefully that equates to a more fulfilling time spent at home for them. Gonna get on with Colin's new aspiration to be mischievous. Sit and troll Liberty Lee a little bit, since she wants to come round all the time and just sit and use a computer and not even speak to us. And she still hasn't noticed that we've stole her lights. So we're getting into the winter now. We can invest in an open fire. Might go for something like that towards the end of the month when it's getting super cold. In the meantime, I think we'll maybe invest in a little alcohol stash. And that can keep us warm on the inside at least, until we get something a bit more substantial. We do need to set up at least a fireplace and a chimney, and that way we can have Santa Claus visit us when it comes down to Christmas, or Winterfest as it is in the game. I'm going to give Colin his own guitar, so he can start leveling up a new skill for New Skill Day. You know, you're shredding some mean riffs when there's a ghoulish black smoke emanates from your feet when you're rocking out. Sadly, he's not playing guitar that much in real life. But again, that's the fantasy of The Sims, you know. It appeals to the male fantasy. You're getting enough time to do all your hobbies. So yeah, we're gonna try and work on our relationship with Summer Holiday. Get that romance on the go. And hopefully they can get to a place where they're ready to procreate before summer ages up. I think they're going to need their own bed for that. Don't think Summer Holiday is going to want to be spending the night on the sofa with him. I think she's classier than that. I'm going to stretch out the house a little bit and make an actual living room. That's going to give us more room upstairs as well. We can extend the rooms up there. Gonna get some carpets down. That's gonna make it feel cozier instantly. Yeah, we'll have more room in the bedrooms now for bedroom furniture. And give us a bit more room up in this sort of top landing area. As we get more stuff to fill up the house, I'm sure we'll appreciate the extra room. Got these snow piles that are getting in the way. Even if it's inside and we've managed to lay carpet down, there's still piles of snow somehow. Just get them cleared out the way. As you go on, the more stuff you get, the more you've got to move everything around again. It's always a lot easier in the game to just build an extension, or add a basement or another floor to a house. If only things were so easy. Yeah, just got to keep rearranging, get everything in the best sort of orientation, distribution of space as we can. Yeah, it's fine for upstairs. This space down here now, we're going to have a little dining area. Yeah, I think the home design is my favourite part of it. It's obviously lots of fun things that happen, you know, there's always something unexpected that happens in the simulation. Something new that I find every time I play it, but I think that's my favourite part, is the home design. We're going to get a few more things. I wanted to keep calling a games console, but I expected it to sort of attach to the TV. I'd never placed one before, so I didn't know what I was expecting, but I didn't think it was going to work based on trying to place it down. So I went for the awesome old arcade machine, which would be very annoying if you were trying to actually watch the TV and somebody's on the arcade machine next to you. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? After we get this latest masterpiece hung up and framed, I'm gonna try and add some more lighting. Go into the build menu and try and find some nice overhead lamps. Get them all popped in and aligned. We're doing alright with rearranging windows as we're redesigning to let as much natural light in as possible, but yeah, it's a lot better with some properly lit rooms. Does help. I think it's finally time we give them a bed. Maybe some bedroom furniture as well while we're here. In the bedroom menu. Give them a space to pop on some personal items as well. We'll move the computer out into a more communal area. And everyone won't be trying to come into my room. We get another paint from reference. Pop that up next to the bed. Yeah, I love these. It's a fantastic idea. The alignment of our arcade machine is making the room look a little cramped. We're just going to flip this round so it's on the end here. We forgot to extend the roof. Okay, get that done. Okay, and we've got to set up a chimney and a fireplace. So Clement Frost can come down and visit us. Winterfest is great because you get sort of random items as gifts, and I do love randomness in simulations.
Try and align the chimney on the roof with where we think it would go down. I think that's us. I think Liberty Lee invites Vo out to the dance party, maybe hoping to get some action, but sadly it's not to be, because he bumps into Candy Bear with the awesome hair. And having awesome hair is as good a reason as any to become a potential love interest. So we start getting our boogie on with her. She does have fantastic dance moves, of course, as do I. It's pretty fun. So yeah, we basically ditch Liberty and hang out with Candy Bear. Future potential romantic interest. The snow's fair coming down. It's definitely getting us in the mood for Winterfest. For the big day and the Fat Man's arrival. We'll have to set up some piles of presents to add to and open from next to our tree, complete the look. Before that, gonna get GeekCon done. Colin loves to do the computer game challenge. He'd be good at that in real life, I'm sure. Look at this, they're going out on a proper date. He's got his formal wear on, his watermelon shader outfit. Fantastic. So they go for what should be a fantastic meal. They sit and chat and get to place an order, but the food never comes. Like even the poor workers, they can't stand it anymore. No one's looking after their own needs. And then we have to bail. So we never actually did get the food, but never mind. So it's finally Winterfest. We've got to cook the grand meal. Got to do lots of Winterfest interactions, sing songs, have a good time, open presents, and meet Clement Frost, our fantastic Santa Claus. It's weird, it's like the Santa Claus, the movie with Tim Allen. It's like a role that different people play. Like you befriend Clement Frost, and then, you know, he's like an elder, so if you survive long enough, all of a sudden it's a different person. And you're like, hey, you're not Santa, who are you? And it turns out they've inherited the role of being Santa. And you've got to build up a relationship with them all over again. I felt so cheated first time I encountered that. So we've got our big piles of presents, we can come and open them, we can add more, we get lots of random items. And when it comes round to 8 o'clock, he shall appear. Magically by the fireplace. Here he is. So he gives us presents, we chat him up, we ask him for more presents, he gives us presents, and that completes all our objectives for a gold run on Winterfest. We can still keep opening up presents. We can leave the pile here for other events and things. We can make our own events. It's coming up for our birthdays. We're going to age up, so it wants us to throw like a birthday party at the house. We don't know that many people,
We have to invite a vampire as one of our guests because we know so few people. But oh well, that's fine as long as they don't try to snack up on us. I think we'll be alright. It's a good opportunity to invite the ladies round and schmooze a little bit more with them. I have to hire staff to man the bar and do some cooking for some buffet food and a cake if we want it. We need a pianist, so we need a piano for them to play. So we've got a piano for the pianist, there we go. So we have our little soiree. Good opportunity to dress up in our party gear. Work some magic on Candy Bear. We got a wall mountable TV for one of our Winterfest gifts. So we're going to set that up in the kitchen for when we're cooking up a storm in there. Keep us entertained. And then we do it all over again because we're basically the same age, so we both need a party. Heaven forbid we could combine the two parties. No, we both need our own individual parties, otherwise we're going to be sad. So we'll get people back round again and just have a good time. The place is looking good, it's not being trashed like it would have been if you were trying to party in it and for real a couple of days in a row, especially with young adults. The ashtrays everywhere, spilt drinks, you know. Not here, fantastically clean. Love it. Amazing, they still want to come round and use the computer. Can you come at a party, still want to come round and just sit on the computer? God, cheeky visitor Sims. At least Colin had the opportunity to seal the deal with the summer holiday. That's them together, I reckon. Inseparable. But all that commitment's worn him out and now he needs a little sleep. Yeah, the stay-at-home life is seeming more appealing now that the place is half a lush. Get to stay at home, play guitar all the time. Roaring fire, snow outside. Yeah. He's still got a fantastic hat. I don't know where this outfit came from. Just from getting promoted and going to work, you get these like random outfits. Yeah, it's quite swanky. So think of him a source of music. Old-timey music station. Place where they can boogie. It's New Year's Eve. We've got them to make resolutions. Whether it's improving a skill or getting promoted, in Vo's case. So yeah, that's us into proper adulthood. Promoted, aged up. Still need to write a bunch more books. That's the plan. Kinda sad. Sad from aging up, makes sense. Getting old makes you sad. As long as you got things that make you happy. Like a floofy oofy. Pretty good at mitigating things. So yeah, we're gonna get our fantastic work sold off. Colin's gonna ease his sadness of aging up by going out for a night out with Summer.
playing some foosball, having a good time. Our date goes so well that we can ask Summer to move in. Our friendship and romance bars are nearly full. So I'd say that's fairly successful. Vo's still working on his novels, getting them all published, trying to get some bestsellers. Gets up to level 10 writing. And that's going to help us produce better works when we do write our novels. We're painting more masterpieces and getting them put up around the place. The house is really coming together. Helps when it's more full. And we've got our paintings put up. So we're doing more mischievous interactions. Gonna get those milestones done for Colin. They're gonna try for baby. We're gonna just open some presents over here. So we're gonna publish some more books. We're getting there. We've done 4 out of 5 excellent books. So soon enough, we'll complete that milestone. Floofy's kind of stuck. It's another sort of glitch in the game sometimes. People get stuck, even though they should be able to walk around the objects that are there. So we free poor Floofy and get her down to eat some food. Who knows how long she's been hungry and feeling stuck. So she runs away for a little bit because she was obviously stressed out, and then comes back and ages up. I was concerned it was like bad juju. Something was to happen to the cat in the game. I knew that the cat was getting old in real life, so I wanted to try and get the age down treat so that she didn't pass away from old age in the game. I couldn't find it. I ended up buying one of these crafting stations and getting Colin to start leveling up his veterinary skill so we could try and craft an age down treat ourselves. The problem is that when you make them, they stay laying on top of the machine and they're pretty small, so if you don't know what you're looking for, you overlook it, assume that it's in your inventory. It's not in your inventory. You think you've failed to make it, so you make it again, and really it's just sitting on top of the machine and you have to click on it specifically to try and pick it up. So yeah, it is sitting there, but we can't see it because we're blind to it. Doesn't help that it's brown, the machine's brown. So yeah, I was stressing out. Oh no, I'm gonna run out of time, the cat's getting old. Need to make this age down treat. Why is it not in my inventory? So I keep trying, making more treats and setting them down on top of each other basically, and then scrapping them and trying to make them again rather than just picking it up. As I say, I didn't know what I was looking for. I get a second machine, thinking maybe it's the machine that's bugged. But it's not, it's just our eyeballs that are bugged. It is sitting right there on top of the machine. But unless you click on it specifically, then yeah, you're never going to be able to select it. So we go to the vet itself and just go and buy some age down treats. Get some things from the vending machine. It's a lot easier than stressing out. Success. So now she's not going to pass of old age. She's now full of beans. Back to her great self. So I'm going to do a proper playthrough. Start again. And just choose a random sim, so I'm not so attached to their fate. I'm going to try and go through and do all the skills, complete all the aspirations, get all the collectibles. I felt obviously I had to get this on the go first. It's more like the origin story. We're starting to play Sims. So I'm gonna get this out, this part 1. This is like a 88 subscriber special. And I'm gonna start the proper playthrough series. And then when I get to 99 subs, then I'll make a part 2 of this and continue on the story. Now that Summer's pregnant, we need to expand the house again. Get ready for the arrival of more occupants. So I'm just going to rearrange things a little bit. I love making basements in these house builds. It's always an easy option. Run out of space, make a basement. I'm going to add a floor on top as well. And remake our roof. And add a chimney back. We're just going to clone the same styles as we've got. Make sure that we're consistent. For the next level up, use the same windows and the same masonry. Also copy the carpets and the stairs and the railings and everything. And carry things through the house. Give it a consistent style. So we can make a bathroom. One of the parts that doesn't have windows. Like this. So we can get a couple more bedrooms up here. Space for the kids to hang out. Again, we can copy some of the carpets and the wallpapers. Move some objects up here. We can just design our bathroom from scratch. In the menu, just add the things one by one. Just need a bath or a shower, and then a toilet, a sink with a mirror, and maybe some cabinets to set things on. We just need to add doors to the rooms. Maybe get more cat stuff up here, another litter tray, another feeding station. Save the cat having to go all the way downstairs if it wants something. Again, we're just going to copy doors, make sure we've got some consistency between the different floors. I do love the designing element. Great fun. Basements, you can just go wild. Get some overhead lighting, because obviously they're pretty dark, can't have any windows down here. So we'll have one room for all the sort of oddball activities that don't fit in nicely around the rest of the house. In the back room we can have to store collections and things. I'm sure we'll run out of room for paintings at some point. We need to start putting them down there as well. Yeah, much like with major renovations, it's a lot easier to de-age a pet and look after them in the game than it is in real life. Not much hassle at all in the game. We finally accidentally stumbled across the treat line on top of the medical station. So we're gonna feed another one to Fluffy Oofy. She's gonna pop down into being a tiny little kitten. She's so cute. Yes. If only we could do that with pets in real life. Now she's so small. Bless, she's all tired out. She can't get upstairs. So we're gonna send somewhere down to rescue her. Pick her up. And get her back up onto the main level. And she'll still be able to eat her food and use her litter tray. Yeah, oh bless, they're so cute when they're little. So yeah, summer is starting to show. Gonna have to make the final preparations. We're gonna get some of this stuff from our inventory placed. It's gonna help the place look more homely, more lived in. I think it's these small clutter items that make it. Now that we've expanded a bit, we're gonna have to fill it all up again. There's plenty of objects we can have down here. Plenty more things to have in the game. So much like Fluffy got herself stuck next to the Christmas tree, now Summer's got herself stuck. That's certainly no use. Can't leave her there. So if I had the MC command center, I'd be able to click on her and teleport her out of there. But as it is, I didn't know about it at this time. I'm still fairly new to the game. So I essentially expanded to give her a path out of there, so she didn't have to live stuck behind this stairs. It's giving us an opportunity to make this nice outside area. We can have like a balcony. And maybe a blessing in disguise to get back into the redesigning. This is certainly starting to look interesting. Maybe get some of these outside items tidied up. We'll get our bin placed around the front. We can maybe have our picnic table and our grill around the front. We'll tidy up our smaller decorative items. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Okay, we can expand this out a little bit. So we've got enough room. Can maybe have something up on the top deck. Maybe put some seating up there. So when it's a nice day, they can come outside and sit on the balcony. Room for more windows, so we're just going to pop a few in. Can always move them around if they're not in a good place. Yeah, a little bit more rearranging. The place has certainly evolved from the first little box that we made. Certainly be a house big enough for a big family. Just gonna get a couple of doors in so they can get out here and actually use the balcony. There's not much point in making it if they can't get out here. Remove this feed-in station so you can actually access the door. Move around some of the paintings so they're not over the top of a window. Yeah, it's looking good. We can expand the living room as well. Give us a bit more space. Maybe move our dining table through into the kitchen. Now the kitchen's a little bigger. Get our grill up here, up on our balcony. Just rearrange things slightly. Make sure our fireplace is central. Our lights are all sort of aligned. Moves things around in a sort of random fashion when you expand out the rooms. I think we're sweet. Gonna take an awesome picture of tiny little Floofy Oofy. These pictures will be in our inventories somewhere. We can go in and get them hung up at some point. We're just redesigning this top deck a little bit. It's going to be kids' rooms. When they arrive, we've got our bassinet all set up, ready to go. I think we'll end it basically at the point that Summer is going to go into labour. And we'll save that for part 2. Can be the TNG. Yeah, we're prepared for everything. Got more than enough room for all the future items we're going to need. We've still got plenty of money. We're not short of cash yet. So we've got our dining table into our expanded kitchen. Got some accessories. Make it feel a bit more full again. Same with our bathroom. Move things around, maybe put a plant in here. That might go nicer, blocking off the stairs so nobody falls down the stairs over here. Gonna get an easel up here so we can get a nice painting from reference. We can come up and get a look at the view and find something nice to get a painting out of. Maybe not these people, but the trees and a nice view of the hills off in the background. That'll make a good painting. So we're going to finally make this room a little wider. I think that's better. Got that little sort of buskin station, so we can do little performances in the living room. Now that we've gone up in the fame ranks, we've got a music production station and like a video station with a drone. That way we can make blogs and stuff. We've got Colin as a VR gaming station. Just filling up the house as we get more cash. Yeah, summer's almost ready to pop. So I'll see you for the part 2, where we embrace the next generation. And we get up to 99 subs. Until Till then, take it easy. I'll see you soon.